Hi, this is Alec Baldwin. You know what? I'm not yelling at my dumb fuck of a daughter. I'm listening to The Sit Down, my favorite podcast. And now the boys need your help. If you could go and rate the show 5 stars, leave a review, and subscribe, they'd really appreciate it. And you can always give them money at patreon.com/sitdownpod. Let's start the show. Hey everybody, it's your boys. You know what time it is. Welcome to your favorite pedophile podcast. The only pedophile-themed podcast on... Actually, that's not even true. It's not even true. We're not even the only pedophile podcast.
Right, we're not the only ones covering
It's going to be its own genre pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, the next murder podcast.
Yeah. It's just going to be a genre.
yeah. Child molestation.
Yeah, Nick Mullen and Tim Dillon were pioneers of the child rape genre of podcasting. Anyway, folks, you know who it is. It's your boys. It's your boys, Matt and Mike, here to talk about some dark ass details.
Yeah, it's I wasn't expecting that song coming in reading about this is gonna be about Jeffrey Epstein again.
I know it's called duality. He plays something upbeat. It's like it's what Scorsese does.
Right.
Anyway,
wait. What song would you use if you had to like murder another crew and you just had to be in your living room like sipping a coffee?
I don't know, probably like maybe that Cardi B song.
Okay.
That I played on the premium.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. What would you use?
I think like something classical, maybe like an opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a classic move.
I think my favorite song is maybe I Wish It Would Rain by the Temptations.
Oh, okay, should I play that? I don't know that one.
Huh?
I Wish It Would Rain.
Yeah. But maybe that could be playing while like a bunch of cars blow up of all the women I've impregnated.
Wait, let me. Can I picture it?
Yeah. And it's like it's me, and I'm like sipping my tea, and I'm sad about it.
So you didn't even place the bombs. You just like leaned into another man and whispered something, and then he went.
Yeah. Some goon. And I'm like sad because I had a ring of like I'm the leader. I'm trying to do like the joke. I'm trying to like cut my ties to everybody.
Right.
But then maybe 2 of the girls like survived the assassination attempt.
Oh, I like that.
Now they're coming to kill me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, that's real good.
They're coming to storm my place. Yeah.
Right. No, I could definitely see you like,
This is like the big climax of the movie.
Right, you're like cooking and you're like serving like
cooking,
something.
Yeah. I'm serving my kids.
Yeah, everybody's like having a good time.
Yeah.
But you're still like being a little.
It's my daughter's birthday party.
You're being a little silent, stealing a moment for yourself.
And they show up and they're like, I like drop a plate and they're like,
right,
like,
boom, that's the next season.
Yeah, I'm just like, not in front of my people.
Yeah.
And they like did me a favor. They like did me a favor to. Yeah.
Right, not
good.
in front of your kids.
Yeah, but we had a good run, me and those sexy women bank robbers. Oh, that'd be cool, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
That's the dream. It's
right.
like your little,
Okay.
Your little harem. And the 2 women that come to kill me at the end.
Wait, should I be dictating right now?
Yeah, maybe.
This is like a movie.
The 2 girls that come to kill me at the end were like the oldest girl and the youngest girl who never got along.
Oh,
but they realized that I was manipulating them the whole time.
Right.
To hate each other.
Right.
But then they realized that the power of sisterhood.
Right, so they could beat you and then learn a valuable lesson.
Right, and they cut my balls off at the end.
You get to live but without your balls?
No, they still kill me, but then after they kill me, they cut off my dick and ball, and they start to fight.
They
start to fight over who gets my dick and who gets my balls.
So they kill it.
And they're like, wait a minute, girl, we can't. This is what he would have wanted. And then you just from the outside, you just hear "Happy birthday to you." Where's Daddy? Come on! And they like run away, and then you just.
And then they find your body without your dick.
You hear my wife scream. Yeah, because I had like a secret double life. I had the secret double life where like we me and these women would like rob banks together, and then I'll have orgies, and then I would just go home and like methodically eat my wife's pussy. I would just be like,
oh my God. I think you're onto a pretty good movie if you say no to every third idea you've come up with.
Yeah. I just
Like
need you. I
2/3
just
of
need
it's
you.
good.
I just
Yeah.
need you to edit out the insane shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You need you can't have all yes men around you like George Lucas.
Yeah.
That's what happened to
And then there's a scene. Oh yeah,
Right.
that's what happened to Star Wars.
Right.
God, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
You see that with comedians even nowadays too. Like comics get like kind of big, and then there's no one to be like, hey, this is not a good look.
Yeah. You're thinking about somebody when you're saying that.
Thinking about a couple people,
Okay. Yeah.
2 people particularly.
Message the podcast and
Yeah.
we'll tell you. I don't even know. I'll have to message you later.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting into some heavy
But you
stuff.
know who's like big and has sort of like who put out a very bad special on Netflix that was notoriously bad. Huh?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I could only
That
speculate.
that was you thought was over and you were only 20 minutes in, and then she started talking about gun violence. All right, folks.
That would be a good one.
Everybody's allowed a couple duds in their career.
Sure. That'd be a good song to have on when you had another person
Let me
murdered.
ask you this.
Ain't no
What?
mountain high enough.
No, I don't think so. It's too it's too overplayed. You've heard it on too many like Chevy commercials,
Okay.
you know? Here's my question to you. Would you put out a bad special for like $250K? But you knew it was going to be a bad special.
What do you? Well, I mean, I
You're
guess.
like, oh
like,
shit, this is thrown together. It's not really it kind of sucks. It's not my best work.
yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a position like that, but I guess I understand like signing a contract. Like,
I guess I understand having a rhinoceros to feed it. You forgot that rhinoceroses require maintenance.
right,
Yeah.
right. I could see you signing a contract and then like.
Are you really saying Ain't No Mountain High Enough would be good in a movie?
I thought about it a little bit longer, and I was thinking it has to be like children murdering adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd have to be. It'd have to have another. It'd have to have another edge to it. I don't know.
What about a movie where like all the animals that we eat
Fight
somehow
back?
yeah, there's like a radioactive spill and they all like get smart and they all start
Nice.
rebelling.
Right, like Planet of the Apes, only with like chickens,
With like
and
chickens and
cows,
pigs, yeah.
and pigs.
And it's personal because a cow was like separated from its mother.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
could do computers and stuff.
They can do computers.
Yeah, you're saying how smart do they get?
They get smart enough to like use like nunchucks,
Nice.
and they just start going to malls and killing people.
Malls.
They just go to they just go to a high school in Florida.
all the places where the shootings happen,
Yeah.
like a gay nightclub.
They just go to a gay nightclub in Orlando. I don't know. I just these ideas I get, you know.
Yeah.
I just get these ideas. They just come to me.
They go to country concerts in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We
so
got
we're here to
some heavy
talk all things Epstein, folks. An
Right.
article came out, I think it was today, that said that. So as we all know, Jeffrey Epstein received a plea deal in Florida in, I think, 2009. His victims were kept in the dark about it. They didn't know anything about this plea deal. The deal was that, now I don't know what, now what I want to know is like, what was the plea deal? Who did he give up? What was it? What was the exchange that was made? It doesn't make any sense. Someone in that article, this is one of the victims who, like I said, this girl.
Right. She does.
Yeah.
She does look like
Friend of the show.
she's a listener.
Yeah.
Uh,
But allegedly, so Epstein did about a year in jail, and I'm using.
yeah, like he had his own wing.
I'm sticking 2 fingers up my ass,
That's
doing scare quotes up my ass.
That's pretty funny. You just do your air quotes with two of your
In my
fingers
ass.
you can do both of them in your ass.
Yeah. You can spread your ass cheek. I'm actually you can't see it, guys. Right now it's a podcast, but I'm spreading my ass cheeks apart.
you do air quotes in your ass.
And you're like, Jesus Christ, Mike. We gotta stop the show again because Mike. Hey, producer's note for Matt. Mike had to go wash his hands, and we lost about 10 minutes of the episode. I thought we were recording. Because Mike can't make scare quotes without spreading his ass cheeks apart.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so he went to he allegedly raped scare quotes. But so he was allowed to leave the jail for like 16 hours a day. So he's like checking in and out of jail. I heard another thing where like one time agents even went to check on him and they saw his car leaving and then they were like, "Oh, we're not sure if it's him."
Better not follow up on that.
Better not follow. Is that what you're looking at right now?
No, I was saying like Palm Beach Post revealed that daily probation logs show Epstein was once accused of violating the terms of his house arrest when police found him wandering around the boulevard and sweating
This is
profusely.
the third time you heard me say this tonight because we had a little recording snafu, but
yeah,
it's like there really are two justice systems. There's one for Jeffrey Epstein and there's one for the guy who pimps out his stepdaughter to make rent. I mean, there's one for Jeffrey Epstein and there's one for like a homeless guy who masturbates at you on the bus.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, totally. It's just a class thing, dude.
There's one for Jeffrey Epstein. There's one for a 50-year-old man selling swinger tapes out of the trunk of his car so he can send his daughter to some liberal arts college.
Swinger tape.
He's making tapes of him fucking his wife and selling them out of his car. They're VHS tapes for other middle-aged people to jack off to, just so that his daughter can like go to Tisch.
What a market!
Yeah, his daughter can like study gender studies at the University of Indiana or some liberal hellhole. Some fucking liberal hellhole.
Yeah, I was arrested once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For what?
Smoking weed on the street.
Arrested.
Yeah. Air quotes.
Doing scare quotes again.
Are you saying scare quotes?
Isn't that what it's called?
Air quotes.
Yeah, but I think scare quotes, it's also called scare quotes.
I thought you said scare quotes 5 times. I've
Shelby,
never heard
is
that.
it air quotes or scare quotes?
Have you even heard scare quotes ever before in your life?
No, I've heard them.
All right. Write in the show if you've ever heard of scare quotes. I've no.
Well, Matt, you still say Paschetti, I think.
Dude,
you have the mind of a child.
Dude, I fucking texted you that fucking picture.
You
of
probably
Italian.
still think it's duct tape. DUCK tape. What? Yeah. I bet Matt thinks it's duct tape instead of duct tape. Right? Because everybody goes through that moment at some point in their life where they're like, "Oh, it's duct tape." And Matt hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, you're blowing my mind right now. My mom calls it Italian food, and I don't bother to correct her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's her calling me the N-word. That's her calling me a tomato N-word.
Oh, let's go to a nice Italian restaurant.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Remember I texted you that picture of an Italian restaurant menu, and I was like, I feel like a jackass ordering here because I don't know what anything means.
Yeah, and the menu was like penne, gnocchi, ravioli. There was nothing complicated on that menu.
I don't know.
Maybe orecchiette was a little...
Yeah, you must have been like this
little complicated.
This fucking idiot.
Yeah. No, there really wasn't a single complicated.
Literally, like
I know that feeling too, because sometimes you go to like these pretentious Italian restaurants in like Brooklyn, and they'll have like they'll literally have pasta that you've never heard of. They'll have like Strangozzi, Campanelli, like Mafaldi, Peachy, all these like exotic pastas that nobody really eats.
Yeah, and like. It takes like 10 minutes to type it in your phone to even.
And you're like, I guess I'll take the. Yeah, you get your Google image. Yeah, everyone in the restaurant is just Google imaging pasta. Yeah. except for Jeffrey Epstein, who's Google imaging, you know, episodes of the Wild Thornberrys porn. he's watching Eliza Thornberry suck off a gorilla. And they're like, Jeffrey, what kind of pasta do you want? And he's like, I'll just
have what he's having.
I'll just get the spaghetti and meatballs again, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. It's important business work over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
that's what
really
he did on work.
important.
That's what he did on work release. He just went to his office and searched for pornography.
Yeah.
Children's porn.
Well, no, he was having like underage girls visit him while he was technically in jail.
Yeah, and he was getting massages. I'm doing the quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Scare quotes.
He was getting massages.
Yeah, I mean, is that what he refers to everything as? Like just massages?
Yeah, I think so. There was another thing.
There was like
of
a statement like his attorney made that was like, my client, likes a lot of massages. And like that was his way of...
Well, now we do have to be very careful when we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein to not be anti-Semitic. That's very, very important. You know, you can't. It's really, we can't give away that we hate Jews.
Just as long as he's not doing a K-turn in front of you.
Yeah, in a school bus.
Yeah. He's not driving one of those.
People have had that take online where they're like, okay, yes, he did, but let's not be anti-Semitic here. Don't call him Jeffrey Epstein. That's a slur. It's fucking Epstein over here. All right. What other? I mean, this is that's just one of the articles that we. But I mean, I think I read that. My sort of takeaway from that was that, like, you know, there's a girl out there who's accusing him,
which because they didn't tell the girl about it, a judge ruled that the plea deal violated the Crime Victims' Rights Act. So, like, is it even gonna hold up? You know,
I don't know. I just imagine Jeffrey Epstein shows up to court and he's like, the judge is like, "Hey, what's up, Jeffrey?
Hey,
what's up, man?"
Yeah.
You know,
right?
But I'll tell you what, the girl that he allegedly abused looks like a real fucking bruiser.
What?
She looks like she might have been sex trafficked.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell that. Some bad stuff's happening.
She looks like every girl in middle school that was too cool for the middle school parties.
Right.
You just never saw her because she was hanging, you know?
Yeah, she was
at
already
the local community college.
Yeah.
Shooting dice.
Already hanging out with adults.
Yeah.
Getting driven around.
Yeah.
She didn't have her driver's license yet.
No, she didn't. But she got around, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
There was another thing where, like, there's a whole big thing where people are like, don't call them underage women, they're children.
Right.
But
I get that. But that was even like a point of the...
They're hot children. I don't know, because I don't feel like children is the right way to describe. I think that's kind of like dishonest.
I think they were calling them... Epstein was calling them girls.
Like, how about this? If you're being sex trafficked by some dirty Jew.
Hey now,
You're,
Michael. Whoa. You've gone a little
then
too...
guess what? You're not a child anymore because your parents fucked up.
That's an interesting take.
Your parents weren't around, and they relinquished your childhood. But yeah, I guess call them children if you want to.
Right. I think, like...
I mean, it is what they are, I guess.
Epstein called them girls. If I was a prosecutor against him and I was trying to speak out against him in like the harshest term, you call them children.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're like a douchebag, you know, like if you're like his attorney, you call them like you call them young women.
Yeah. So I guess there's going to be a bail hearing on Tuesday, and I think what the prosecution is arguing is that, like, he shouldn't be released on bail because he's very good. Although he did offer up to like $100 million.
Yeah,
which, you know, he probably had that in like a shoebox or something.
He could flee. There's no way he should be able to
flee. He has
do
a Saudi
any bail.
passport, and then like and then flee. But what does he do? Leave the country, and then maybe another country will have to like expedite him or something?
I'm sure he has like if he's got a private island down there, like he's probably
like,
got someplace else.
He's like, there's one place I know I can go where I'll be safe, where they can't extradite me. And he's like, I said expedite, but it's extradite.
Expedite my ass out of here, dude.
He's like, Jeffrey, I know where we can go. Palestine. He just has to go to like the West Bank and just try to blend in. He has to like go be a Palestinian day laborer.
Yeah, I bet he goes somewhere in the Orient.
Orient.
Yeah, he's gonna go to like Thailand or something where he's got like a plantation and can have.
It's really
all
funny that you call
workers.
it the Orient.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's funny. Your leg shakes when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. When you're just trying to, when you just babble because you're trying to fill time.
The Orient is
your
funny.
legs start shaking like crazy.
That's funny.
The Orient, yeah.
Yeah.
Adventures in the Orient.
Yeah,
it's a choose your own adventure novel.
You could go to Asia. You could go to China. You can go anywhere where people don't look like you. The Orient.
Yeah.
That could be.
He's just gotta like spend the rest of his life disguised as a geisha in Japan. He's gotta walk around.
We should
in a kimono.
We should do like a choose your own adventure. I've just been convicted of sex crimes book, where like you flip to a different page to follow the storyline.
Yeah,
based
on your choices.
Yeah, and it's just you're Jeffrey Epstein, and you're like trying to get away from child.
Or it's a video game like Red Dead, but it's like Red Head Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like you either play as a low honor pedophile or a high honor pedophile. And your choices throughout the game, like anything else, Mr. Epstein? It's like there's an option to like give her $20 or tell her to beat it. And it all affects your honor level.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get
What's the next article that we have queued up here, Matthew?
So this happened on July 16th.
Oh, okay. Now this is what I like. So I don't know where this is from. This is from a website called the Clover Chronicle, and it appears that there was a. See, this is why
you shouldn't be allowed to have your own private island. Because
yeah,
we're just stuck like taking pictures from like super far away and be like, "What kind of shit are you up to in there?" You like.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing over there? What are you getting into?
Well, I also feel like it was a little harder. So, like, I'm sure every politician since the beginning of this country was involved in this kind of stuff. But like, I guess it feels like maybe my grandparents' generation, it was easier to hide this stuff. So because people just can't, like, I don't know. There's no, like on the premium, we were talking about, like Wilson's mouth. Wilson from Home Improvement. Like, you never saw the guy's mouth.
Right.
And it's like there's just no mystery anymore. You can't hide your dirt or your mouth from the world. Like, it wouldn't even be a thing to have somebody who's like mouthy, because you could just Google the guy.
You're right. You could go follow his Instagram.
Yeah, mystery solved.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you would see like an old play that he did or something, or like whatever.
Right.
Is in his but I guess I don't know. I feel like maybe these sex criminals are not keeping up with technology, because now they're just like, there's just okay. So there's a massive fire on his. Now, is this like a credible news source?
Yeah, I could verify. Let me verify it with an independent source here. So I'll just go Epstein Island fire.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of photos.
Yeah, but
so he's just burning what, like.
Just piles and piles.
There's just photo albums that are labeled like me and Alan Dershowitz abusing underage women.
Yeah.
Underage girls.
Each photo is just like the explicit crime stated.
Yeah. There is a very subtle like language thing though with calling them underage girls, because it's like or I'm sorry, with calling them underage women, because it's like, well, a woman, she's still a woman. She's just 14.
Right.
Like, because underage girl has more of like a different connotation than underage woman sounds like, hey, sweetheart, I'm an underage woman, but I'm still a woman. See? You boys are going to treat me with respect, and no one's fucking me unless I say it's okay. Like, yes, ma'am. All right, sounds good to me. I won't touch you unless you give me written consent about that. I was thinking the other day, I feel bad for like of all the interns that Bill Clinton like manipulated and coerced into sucking his dick, Monica has to have this reputation forever.
Right.
No one, I mean, I hate to say this, but no one's going to marry her.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Monica, give me a call. I mean, I probably would.
Isn't she already married?
I don't think she's ever been married.
I thought she had love in her life. But yeah,
oh, yeah,
it
Matt,
is a game of hot potato.
She's on eHarmony.
She's on.
But it's funny because there's nothing you can do as a man that would get you excluded from, dating forever. There's nothing like shameful that you would do.
Right. Maybe like herpes if everyone knew you had herpes. Mm-hmm. But you could still find somebody else.
You would think there's somebody. Yeah, you would think there's somebody like woke enough who's like, I don't even care. But I don't think she's ever been married.
Let's see here. It would be over here.
She's so beautiful though. 45. She's hotter now than she was at 21.
Yeah, I mean, she's great.
Yeah, she's made a nice little like career for herself.
Yeah, I can't tell. It's not on her Wikipedia.
She's doing a TED Talk. It's just called "Sucking Off the President." Hi, Hi guys, you know who I am. Yeah. So yep. Okay, let's just forget about that.
Oh man, I could see it.
And then Linda Tripp, that fucking rat.
Who's that?
The lady who ratted on her. She was like talking
just
about
explain
it.
What happened?
Well, from what I understand, she was telling Linda Tripp about it, about sucking the president's dick, and Linda Tripp like recorded the conversation and like told on her.
Oh my God, never. You don't have friends in Washington.
Well, that's the thing. Is
Everyone's
like, what did
a
you think was
scumbag.
going to happen? Yeah.
Well, do you expect? Would you ever expect me to just have like my phone on recording you, like, or literally? Can you think of
Linda
any
Tripp
of your
is
friends?
actually headlining the Ice House in Pasadena. Pretty soon. Yeah, no, but I mean, I don't know. Like, also, it was 1998, so it was probably like she's probably wearing like a huge wire. She's probably wearing like. It's probably like a mic, like a microphone, like
a big like tape recorder, like right where her tits should be.
Yeah,
like a big box coming out.
Just a big box.
It's like your bra's doing something a little weird there.
It also happened to be dress up like a robot day at the White House cafeteria. So she had to. But man, she's really pretty though. But you would think, I mean, a woman like that, and then it's like that's maybe something you tell your husband like a couple years into your marriage. She's like, I gotta,
I would date. I mean, like if I was
the president,
if I was single, I would totally. I wouldn't be. I don't think that's a scarlet letter anymore.
No,
it was definitely like embarrassing then.
Yeah,
and like every single medium was just like late night hosts, like just fucking slashing into you so hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that must have sucked for like.
That's like that episode of The Office where he's like, oh man, last year I went as Janet Jackson's boob, and then the year before that I was Monica Lewinsky. It was topical. and the year before that I was Monica Lewinsky again. Yeah. Well, Godspeed, Queen. We wish you the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, life after the scandal. Did she ever?
I mean, she was taken care of after that, though.
How?
Like she became famous. Okay, so life after the scandal. Let's see here. She made about $500,000 from participation in the book, Barbara Walters. And another $1 million from international rights for the interview.
I might jack off to that book later tonight.
The inside jacket.
Yeah.
Nice. A-list guest in the Manhattan social scene at the start of 2000.
And then Clinton never apologized to her.
For what?
He was like, for ruining her life.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I
wonder if he busted in her mouth.
Matthew, Jesus. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did worse. I'm sure he. I hope he busted in her mouth. I don't know. A guy like that doesn't just.
All right,
You know.
I want you to imagine him not busting in her mouth now.
Okay.
Was it all worth it?
No, he just happened to have like a child in one of his drawers. That he just opened up and busted in. Like
A
a
little emergency
Yeah.
emergency child.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Well, this guy was friends with. He's been to the old Little Saint Joseph.
Who's that?
The Clinton. He's been to
Oh yeah.
Little Saint James
like 26
Island
times or something.
Yeah. He knows what's going on in there.
All right, so what's that? So what's that article that you have about the massive fire?
Okay, yeah. So yeah. There's a big fire there on January 5th, 2019. I thought it was more recent, but like what kind of shit's he getting rid of? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're a billionaire. Like, you've got a fire on your island going on?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we can only speculate.
Right. I liked your idea about photo albums with, like, just written on the back. Like,
yeah.
Me and Alan Dershowitz bukkake on this girl, 17 years old.
Yeah. Alan Dershowitz getting his cock rubbed with his shorts on.
Right. Oh, yeah. Did you say that already?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Also, there's like some weird temple on his island.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a mosque.
Yeah.
I think they removed that, though. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Shit looks crazy, dude. What do you think they do inside of there?
What is trafficked? I don't know, but it's weird. What does trafficked mean technically? Wait, let's look at this. Donald Trump calls out Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein pedophile island.
Okay, here we go.
Bill Clinton. Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems.
Awesome.
Wait.
Bill Clinton. Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my.
I see.
This must be on the campaign trail, or when was that?
This was from 2015.
Yeah.
I could pull it up on YouTube.
Dude, imagine being. Wait, imagine being like a just like a 35-year-old woman who's like just looking, who's like divorced, or just you focus on your career your whole life, and they're like somebody's like, you know, why don't you come? There's a friend of mine's having a party on his island, and I don't know, there might be some nice guys there that you can talk to.
Yeah,
and you're just alone the whole time, like sipping a vodka soda.
Yeah, nobody's paying any
all the
attention
guys.
to you.
Yeah.
You're like a hot, like beautiful queen.
Mm-hmm. All right, play that clip again.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems.
That was in 2015.
That was that was 2016 and 2015 time. I was gonna say.
I bet people were just like, okay, all right, whatever, Trump. You liar.
Yeah,
liar
definitely.
in chief.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, like, I listened to this other podcast about Jeffrey Epstein, and like, they referenced that, like him and Epstein had a falling out like 15 years ago or something,
Mm-hmm.
but like, he was allegedly trying to pick up. Epstein was trying to pick up girls.
Trump and Epstein had a falling out.
Yeah. So like, he was like trying to pick up girls at Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago.
You really you're like a toddler sometimes. Mar-a-Lago.
But listen. So like Epstein's trying to like get
Mar-a-Lago.
little women.
Mar-a-Lago. Yeah.
Epstein's trying to get little women there, and then Trump finds out, and he's like, "Hey,
little women like little people, but the female version of a little person."
Trump kicked him out, and he's like, not on my property, but he like, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of just weird to see that, and then like, you like don't
Jeffrey,
tell
you
on
take that to Waffle House.
him. Not in my business.
Not in my
No.
business.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Waffle House. Your table's ready, Mr. Epstein. I want to say something because, like, I feel like there is this tendency to just sort of like all these Pizzagate people that are like, you know, so sure that people are fucking kids.
Right. I was gonna say,
everybody wants to just write that off as like, oh, you're like, this is just right wing, like.
yeah,
you know,
this is
crazy
insanity. Yeah, there's no way. There's a fucking ring of pedophiles.
There's no way.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, like at this point, after Pizzagate, I would think like inside of a pizza parlor would be the last place anyone would expect it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So Sam Tripoli, friend of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. I mean, he never. I've never met Sam, but he does have he's the host of the Tinfoil Hat podcast, which I'm not super familiar with, but I do follow him on Instagram, and and
friend of the
guy,
show. You follow him on Instagram.
yeah, and I'm sure me and him would get along.
Yeah.
There was a guy on Instagram, on Twitter named Doctor hashtag or his handle is Dr. Pizza. And Sam posted a bunch of his tweets with the thing that says with a caption that says you really cannot make this shit up. And the guy goes, do you think Pizzagate is fake? Yes, like obviously these fucking people. Another tweet, roses are red except when they're teal. Some people think Pizzagate is real. Which it's like that tweet should just be a red flag.
Yeah.
This guy goes, yes, apparently pizza is now the international symbol of pedophilia, ? Because pedos like to advertise their pedos, ? He goes, then they came for the pedophiles, and I did not speak out because I am not a pedophile. And then somebody else said, so apparently this guy got arrested for trying to purchase 7 and 9-year-old children for sex.
What is going on here?
Let me see if I can verify that, though. Tech reporter Peter Bright arrested for soliciting sex with children. Let me see if I can verify this.
Yeah, I mean, you just spoke like complete, like it just came out regurgitated because that was like an insane
from the
post.
Daily Dot. Prominent reporter Peter Bright arrested for soliciting sex with children. So this guy's like, oh, yeah, I'm sure Pizzagate. And then he's like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
My question is, now I hope people do, but I think they do. But I think Matt Kreisman said this, but it's like people do have this feeling that we're like ruled by a bunch of like child fucking monsters.
Yeah.
But I hope that people care about this stuff because they actually care about it, and not because it's like cool, not because Nick Mullen's into it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I think they do though.
Yeah. This is it's like, I don't know. You see like some big time people being brought to justice.
Yeah.
For any crime. That's kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's like not heard of.
No, this is everywhere. Tech reporter Peter Bright charged with attempting to solicit sex.
So
Peter Bright, a.k.a. Dr. Pizza. Yeah, Dr. Pizza. Boy. Can't make this stuff up, folks.
Jesus Christ.
7 and 9. God, go fucking hang yourself.
Dr. Pizza, you want Dr. Pizza to call Dr. Kevorkian?
What?
Get some assisted suicide going on?
No, I'm just saying, like, you can't write everyone off as, like, a right-wing lunatic.
Yeah.
Because it's not. It's certainly not.
What Ray was on the show, you guys were talking about Alex Jones a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
What was the take?
He was just saying that, like,
even a broken
people
clock
want to write off Alex Jones, but
broken clock is right
broken clock's right twice a day. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't use a broken clock though.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That's some weird shit, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, do you want to move on to the next thing we're going to cover on this
Sure.
Epstein
What
saga?
happened?
Okay, so Jeffrey Epstein allegedly hired private investigators and engaged in a campaign of intimidation against accusers in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just another, part of the entire story of class, being able to afford all these private investigators
Exactly.
to follow people around and like harass them.
Wait, let me ask you this though. Do you think anything will like come out of this?
I mean, I'm hopeful, but it's like, you know how like the Jets make the playoffs and they always look like a good team,
Mm-hmm.
but they never win the big game.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I feel. I feel like we're gonna lose the big game.
We're gonna lose the big game.
You know, like there's might be a lot of lead up and build up. You know,
Right.
and it might get exciting, and there's a chance we could win,
Mm-hmm.
but we've never won before.
Well, there was that insane Christine Pelosi tweet where she was like, "Some of our faves are going to be implicated."
Yeah,
But it's like, I don't think they will, Christine, because
that plea deal kind of stops everything in the tracks.
But also the other thing too is like, okay, just imagine you're a billionaire pedophile and you've like flown like prominent people, prominent politicians, entertainers, hundreds to your island, and you're just like, okay, I'm going to jail anyway. Like, I guess it's it's technically jail, but it's not really jail. It's like it's like an IKEA showroom where I'm going. I have to like sit on IKEA furniture now instead of stuff that's made out of elephants.
Right.
It's like you're all and you don't know how many. I mean, what does this guy have? Like maybe 15 years left to live. It's like there's kind of what would be the incentive for him to give anybody up, unless they're going to do an investigation, which I doubt they will. I doubt any.
You're right.
Like, why would he want to? He's going to be fine. He's not going to go to like max. I mean, that would be nice if they sent him to like.
If he started giving people up though, like there's got to be at least one out of the hundreds of people that probably did bad stuff there that would be willing to try to kill him.
Like there's no way he's gonna get beaten to death with a broom handle in prison.
No. Well, I mean, would they put him in a normal prison? Like because it seemed like when he did that other deal, it was like he was in like a prison wing by himself.
Right. But I think people are like mad enough about that where I don't know if that'll happen again.
I mean, don't you think he just has enough money to like figure it out?
Just imagine you're the private investigator who's like following these women around. You're like, all right, July 10th.
No,
she's still got that lower back tattoo.
God.
All right, she's going into Target, coming out with some paper towels. Be fun.
Jesus Christ!
You're just some slob private investigator who gets to follow some hot 24-year-old, or I guess if you're Jeffrey Epstein, it's...
Listen to this. At least 3 private investigators who police believe worked for him tracked down accusers. They questioned current and former boyfriends and chased one parent's car off the road.
Oh yeah,
that's wild, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of real scumbags out there.
Yeah. Yeah, in the back in the 90s, it seemed like you'd be able to just have a private jet and just do this shit openly, like because everyone said it was kind of like
I think
Harvey
that's a
Weinstein.
point that I made maybe 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Go ahead though.
Well, I mean, like it's like that Harvey Weinstein, right?
Yeah.
I bet they wish the internet never came along like it did.
Right.
And there was always like newspapers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you just find the boy who's selling newspapers on the corner and be like, "Hey, come here, son. Let me get how much for all those newspapers?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you $400 for all your newspapers.
You just go around, you buy literally every newspaper.
Yeah, he gives them like a crisp $5 bill. He's like, "Wow, gee, mister, thanks."
Right, and if the pedophile story was in the paper, it would be in page 28B behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if like we could just take all the money and resources and just distribute it evenly? Everybody's got to start over.
I mean, it'd be interesting. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of still makes you a socialist. You're saying you weren't.
I'm saying I wasn't because I tried to give this guy a mattress on Let Go, and he was very rude. I gave him the mattress. He said he was going to pay me.
And then he did.
And then I asked him for the money today, and he was a real jerk.
How did you got the last word, though, right?
Yeah, I said, this is why you don't have any money. First I said, because I'm like, hey man, just checking in about the money, because I delivered the mattress to him.
Yeah.
And he said he'd give me $75.
Uh-huh.
But when I got to his house, he was like, he didn't really have anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a 50-50 chance this guy's not going to pay me, but like whatever, I'm like doing him a favor.
Mm-hmm.
So I just figured, so he was like, I'll have it on the 10th. So I texted him today, and I'm like, hey, I just want to ask you about the money. Also, you can just give me $60. I don't really care.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll have it on the 25th. I'm sorry. And then I go, I have to wait 10 more days. And he goes, yeah, motherfucker, you don't like it. Oh, well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And I was like, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Don't help poor people because they're rude and they're poor for a reason.
And they don't appreciate it.
Yeah. That's
Right.
not what I said. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
And then I was
right.
like, that's all right. I know where your bum ass lives because I delivered it to him.
Nice.
And then,
You're never going to visit him, though.
what?
You're never going to visit him.
No, I'm a coward.
A confrontation like that would not be worth $75.
No. And then I was like, all right, enjoy the free mattress, loser.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
was like, okay. He just said, okay. And then I said, this is probably why you don't have money.
Nice. You didn't even let him get okay in is the last word? Nice.
Yeah, I said, this is probably why you don't have money.
Nice.
Whatever.
Got his ass.
Got his ass.
I was thinking about it. If I had Jeffrey Epstein's island,
Yeah.
I think I would make it into like a Y camp,
Yeah.
you know, with a big basketball court
Yeah.
and like a stadium around it. And I would get inner city Y kids and their families to come.
So that brings us to the next. That brings us to the next element of the story, which is that he allegedly hired a PR person to like fix his image. Where's that? Is that New York? That's a New York Post article.
Here we go. Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein asked publicists to rehab his quote billionaire pervert image.
This guy looks like a pervert too.
Well, that's what's funny is like you can be like a disgrace, like public figure, and then you just like go to some like 80. Sorry, did you hear that?
It was like a 5-second fart.
No, I don't think anybody heard it.
Yeah.
You can go to some like 82-year-old man with Botox in his face and be like, I need your help. And he's like, all right, here's what we're going to do.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to have you meet Pope Francis.
That's like a real suggestion.
Yeah, I know.
You wanted him to enter rehab for sex
addiction. Which is so funny
addiction?
because there's so many old Mexican women in Sunset Park who never molested a kid that would love to meet Pope Francis.
Yeah.
It would, I mean, they would cry.
Right.
I went to Madame Tussauds one time
Mm-hmm.
when I was in like high school, and there was a wax.
And Madame
thing.
Tussauds is the wax museum.
Yeah, the wax museum. Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a wax sculpture of, I don't even think it was like Pope Francis or Pope John Paul. I think it was Pope Benedict.
Uh-huh.
It might have been Pope Benedict, the Nazi Pope. and there's this Mexican family. There's these like two chubby kids, and the one little boy goes, "Abuela, abuela, mira, mira la papa, and the other one goes, and the other one's like, "Abuela, abuela, la papa," and the grandma's like, "Oh, la papa."
Oh man.
Oh, la papa. It was just like a wax sculpture of the Nazi Pope. And they love it. They love it.
Yeah. That's one profession where you can get away with everything. Yeah.
What?
If you're Pope, you know, with some of these families, you could get away with anything.
You're like you allegedly molested a young girl. It's like, how dare you? How dare you? I'm a man of God.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
yeah.
this fucking scumbag is like, all right, Jeffrey, we're We're going to fix you. But apparently, here's another instance of Epstein being a cheap son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He wouldn't pay the guy's money.
Yeah, he named his price and then he balked.
So here's the thing. So the guy was like, now $100,000 is like a drop in the bucket, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think what the guy wanted to do was the guy wanted Epstein to sign on for like a year, pay him up front.
Yeah.
So he wanted like $100,000. But then apparently Jeffrey Epstein. So this guy was like, I talked to Jeffrey Epstein 3 times, 3 years ago, 3 months ago, and 3 weeks ago. So apparently Epstein went to him 3 years ago and was like, how do I fix my image? And I guess the guy set up a website called like JeffreyEpsteinEducation.com and like JeffreyEpsteinScience.com.
This publicist?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think it's in that. I'm pretty sure it's in that article.
What?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Your one-stop place for anatomy.
So what's on these websites then that he created?
I don't know, but he was trying to like help the guy's image. But so Epstein balked at it, but then apparently he like he called him again. He called him again recently. It was like, all right, I need your help.
Yeah. I like the end of this article though. Like he says he doesn't want to work with him anymore. And like, here's why. He quote, he wasn't responsive to my mandatory plan.
Yeah.
The client needs to be transparent, and I don't think he was ready to make amends.
He wasn't like Bill Cosby who took all my suggestions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that he's like accused now or anything. It's that he didn't fucking return his phone call.
You know, I'm very insulted. What's that video right there? My butt makes me $700,000 a year.
All right, hold up.
Hope you're saving your money. Okay. Sorry, folks, we're taking a little break.
This Brazilian babe makes $300,000 a year. All thanks to her banging booty.
Booty. 5K per social media post.
Oh, goddamn, dude. She spends 3 hours in a day at a gym.
All right, now, Paul, this beauty gets hundreds of marriage. But now, here's the thing. Like, you're Jeffrey Epstein. You can't just...
Ew!
You could have sex. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if you're Jeffrey Epstein, this woman looks gross as shit to you,
Yeah,
dude.
he just thinks she smells weird.
Yeah. I can't pick this girl up.
Yeah. All right, what was the last thing that we wanted to talk about before we wrap up?
So I found some. Do you want to do the hijackers and then the last thing?
So I guess he had a Saudi passport, and he said it's to fend off hijackers, which is pretty funny.
If you just have like a fucking counterfeit passport, and like that's not even like the worst. You know what I mean? Like how?
Yeah.
How do you get away with that?
It's a Saudi passport.
All right. So, okay. Last but not least, we looked up his island on Google Maps, Little St. James.
Yep.
Which is a terrible island name, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's got 62 reviews with an aggregate of 1.3
he named it
stars.
after Dershwitz's penis.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's called Little Jewish St. James.
Look at this smaller island, Dog Island.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if like a lesser billionaire lives there.
Yeah, that's just where they keep all the dog pedophiles, I guess.
Or Dog the Bounty Hunter has it stuck there.
Yeah. But anyway, so what do the reviews say for the?
Well, let me pull that up.
I can't find that.
We're trying to look for. I guess he has an egg-shaped penis.
Yeah, they were like, Mr. Epstein, do you have an egg-shaped penis? I guess it was like the prosecutor fucking with him. Anyway, let's see what this cartoon.
And now a message.
Now here's
from
that.
the
This is a
President of
Showtime show. I guess it's called Our Cartoon President. which I don't know much about.
United States.
My fellow Americans, I would like to address reports alleging that I was friends with billionaire convicted sexual predator Jeffrey Epstein and attended his infamous parties. Sure, I told New York Magazine in 2002 that Epstein is a terrific guy. But that was before I found out that I said later in the same sentence that he likes beautiful women on the younger side. I knew I had to cut off our relationship right then and several years after there. Now, I've brought someone who can confirm that we are very innocent.
Hey everybody, it's me.
All right, I've had enough of
Cold
this.
Sore. Every few years I pop
Right.
up and remind you of your bad choices in the 90s.
That's not bad. Today we're just showcasing some pretty good comedy writing, folks.
Yeah, they're just ripping that right out of the newspapers.
Right out of the headlines.
But that quote didn't age very well. All right.
All right. Do you think anything? What do you think will happen? What's your prediction?
I don't think anything comes to this. I hope I hope there is, but you know, I'll hold my breath.
I think he might give one or two people up.
Do you think so? Like like Chris Tucker?
Yeah. Was he on the flights?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And his career isn't what it was, so he's like expendable now. If there was like Rush Hour 7 and there was like a franchise with money to be made,
Right.
maybe it'd be safe.
Right.
But
whose career is like hot right now?
what do you mean?
Who's got like a hot career that would
Also be a pedophile?
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey? Because he got off.
Maybe he gave up Epstein. Isn't that the theory?
I mean, I don't know. All charges were dropped, so that would have to come from the victim, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe he got a nice settlement or something.
Yeah.
Take care of his family.
Folks, we can speculate all we want, but I guess we'll never know.
So
anyway,
we've got some Google reviews here.
All right.
Here you go. Under sworn deposition, some witnesses have described this island as egg-shaped.
yeah, that's like his penis is egg-shaped.
All right.
Some guy gave it once and goes, "Do I need to explain?" I don't know. You could do something fun.
Okay, here's one. Georgie, you need to check your facts because it was Bill Clinton. Oh, wow, 101 likes. That's fake news. I only give this 1 star in order to comment. This place needs to be... Okay.
Trump, Bill Clinton, David Koch, and so many other powerful men visited this place. I guess they just wanted to go to the beach.
It's beautiful. Have you ever been down this way?
Oh, there's a 5-star review. Let's check it out.
Have you ever been to St. Thomas or St. John?
No, I haven't.
Oh, my folks took me on a cruise. It's so great.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's beautiful.
All the president's men did attend, and so to all, the arc of justice will bend.
5 stars.
But why 5 stars?
Polly Walnuts? I don't know. The name of the account's Polly Walnuts.
Yeah. This place is hot. I hear Walmart offers good deals on tunneling services. Oh, I guess there's probably tunnels under there?
Oh, yeah. If you got a private island, I would hope so.
That there's tunnels?
Yeah, you have secrets, you know? Like the man with the golden gun. Remember that?
Yeah.
You got to have some secrets on your private island.
That's just a crazy thing to be that rich, and it's like, you're like, finally, I made it. I bought myself an island, and then you go to like your friend's island, he's got tunnels.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Your island, that's never
You're just
good
driving
enough.
around on a golf cart like a piece of like a poverty-brained piece of shit.
Yeah, if I had money, I would do like a secret bunker for like growing all of my weed.
Yeah.
You know? That'd be fun.
Why don't you let's write a review of this island. Let's say,
okay, hold on. Yeah.
Let's say, because that had 101 likes. Let's see if we can get the most likes.
Okay.
I'm a very competitive-minded person.
All right, I'll accept dictation. I'll type. What is it? Stenograph?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll stenograph. All right, let's go.
Just say, I am a woman over 40, and I visited this island, and no one was nice to me. Or maybe I'm a 40-year-old woman. Maybe we should say, like, It's almost like there was something else. Nah, I think that's good enough as it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see how that does tomorrow.
1 star, right?
Upvote our
wait,
review
2
of
stars?
1 star.
All right, 1 star.
Oh, maybe you could say like, yeah, the food was pretty good though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta figure out.
because everyone else is giving it 1. Yeah,
How
everyone.
do you
else
rate it?
How many reviews are there?
There's
1,000?
62.
62?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Guys, you know the drill. If you want, kick us a couple bucks on Patreon. We just did a really fun Patreon episode, just me and Matt.
Yep.
Sitdownpod@gmail.com, sitdownpod, Twitter, Instagram. And follow us on Instagram at Recine Mike,
Yep.
at Matt Anderson,
Yeah, Manderson Comedies, all my social stuff.
at Manderson Comedy.
Yeah, and
It's a
I do
pleasure.
Twitch. I play Fortnite. I'm like gonna be a pro at it.
Nice.
I'm trying to tell Shelby I'm gonna go full time.
Yeah, and she doesn't believe in you. You
No,
gotta
she
get rid of
doesn't.
her.
Look at my kill death ratio. It's getting good, but
Nice.
it's twitch.tv/fatmanderson. So
Nice.
is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Cool, man.
Cool. Well, we'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.